Oh. Hi guys. Didn't see you there. Oh man, okay. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't already follow me, I'm doing this in the beginning, but like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you watch some other videos. Today's video is gonna be all about exhausting your resources for career improvement and goal attainment. If you don't already know, my name is Sephora. I'm a licensed attorney. I graduated with honors from Georgetown Law School. I had multiple big law firm offers, accepted 2 federal clerkships. I do career coaching. I help students get into top law schools and succeed in law school. Let's get into the video. So like I said, we're going to be talking about exhausting your resources, and just kind of to give a broad overview, or to start talking generally before I get too specific, because you know I like to kind of go chronologically, or at least go in some semblance of an order according to my notebook. The importance of exhausting your resources is really just recognizing that you cannot do everything to the best of your ability, to the fullest extent, all on your own. There are people out there who are going to be better than you at things. There are people out there who are going to be more successful than you are at something, especially if you are younger in your career, especially if you are looking to make a career move, especially if you are new in your professional space, especially if you're just getting started. There are people out there who have done it already and who are doing it better than you are. And that goes for me too. So the first step is recognizing that, and then saying, okay, now how do I learn from these people? How do I get them on my side? How do I get them on my team? How do I implement what they are doing to emulate the success that they already have? That's what we're going to be talking about today, and because we're going to be talking about using your resources. And if you can't already guess, my first tip is going to be, you need mentors. When I was in law school, when I was out of law school, in my federal clerkship, I've always looked for and sought out mentors. And the reason for that is you do not want to reinvent the wheel. These people have done it already, and they can tell you what not to do. You don't want to repeat the same failures that's been done over and over and over again. Why make those same mistakes when somebody's already done it and they can simply tell you not to do it? That's what I'm talking about, right? Using your mentor so that you aren't making the same mistakes that they have made or that they've seen made by other people. So let's give an example here. When I was in law school, I made it my mission to graduate with honors, and I did, right? So I achieved that goal of straight A's in law school because I used my mentors. I was talking to 2Ls and 3Ls. I was getting their outlines. I was asking them how they studied. I was asking them what they did, and I was taking what they said and making it applicable to my situation. And I always talk to multiple people. It's not necessarily that I didn't believe one person, but it's just having a multiplicity of views helps you better hone in on what you think is going to work best for your situation. So that's just an example of how I exhausted my resources in law school. Another example is when I started at my firm, I got a career coach, and obviously that's what I do now, so it had a huge impact, but that was life-changing for me. I learned how to be more efficient with my time. I learned how to prioritize according to what was important to me. I learned to prioritize me, right? So all of these things where I'm saying, okay, I'm exhausting my resources. I'm using the people around me who are an expertise in their specific arenas to then help me so that I'm not making mistakes and essentially moving at a slower pace than I would be if I had just asked these other people, right? And so I had the mentors in law school. I had the career coach at my firm. In my clerkship, I have my judge. I'm talking to him and asking him his advice, and I'm taking and applying that to my situation, to my life. And it's the same thing in my business, right? Scaling my business to over 6 figures. How am I doing that? I'm looking at people who've already done it. I'm investing my time and also my money to make myself better, because ultimately that's what it takes. And I think we can't fail to overlook that. It is an investment of time and money. It is going to be probably sometimes an emotional investment, right? Especially if you're going to be working with a coach, because that involves a lot of introspection. That involves, looking into systems that maybe aren't working for you, that you need to stop doing and getting rid of. That involves being honest with yourself. Maybe it's, I'm just not putting in the hard work and I'm not willing to face that, right? And so these are people, systems, things that are helping you bring out those realizations in you so that you can better yourself and better your career. Maybe you're wondering, how do you exhaust your resources? So let's talk about the how. The first thing is, there's a lot of ways, so I'm not going to touch on all of them, but one of the things you can do is simply looking at who is doing what you want to be doing. And obviously it's my channel, so I'm gonna use me as an example. I've done, you know, I got straight A's in law school. Do you wanna get straight A's in law school? Well, you reach out to me and you say, Sephora, I want you to tell me exactly what you did to get straight A's in law school. And I'm gonna do that, okay? Right? So, you know, I have a federal clerkship. There's a lot of people who have federal clerkships. You reach out to them. How did you get that federal clerkship? What did you do? How are you balancing all these things that you're doing Sephora? And I had a video on that. It's a video on how I balance, you know, working full time, how I balance my business, the podcast, you know, everything, the mentorship community, the coaching, right? How are you doing all that? So you're reaching out to these people to find out what they're doing, how they're doing it. A lot of times you can attend seminars. You can join communities, like, so I know there are like wealth building communities, there are trading communities, there are different types of growth communities, join those communities and be interactive and learn. Be open-minded when you're joining those communities. So that's definitely a big how. The other how is cold outreach, which is, I don't do much cold outreach now, but I did do a lot of it in law school. I did a lot of cold outreach in law school. And you know, that was as simple as going to the firm, going to the arena, whatever the employer, whatever it may be, and finding, you know, someone that I could talk to who I had some type of relation to, and emailing them and asking them to chat about what it was they were doing and essentially how they got there. And I mean, you know, my podcast is kind of, you know, an extension of that. In the guests that I have on the podcast, it's learning about their careers and how they got there. So if you're feeling stagnant, if you're feeling stuck, or you're just looking to level up or take the next step into your career and fulfill your purpose, definitely make sure you're exhausting your resources. And if you're not sure where to start, definitely reach out to me. Click the link in my bio. Let's book a strategy session and let's get started. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.